Welcome back to the NASCAR The Game 2013 Robby Gordon season mode. We're coming off of race number 9 from Richmond. I have 8 wins in 9 races. 1 pole, though. Matt Kenseth has assumed the role of being our biggest championship competition. With 7 top 10s in 9 races, still hasn't gotten a win yet. I'm going to try to keep him away from getting a win this season. He and Jimmy Johnson, I think, are our biggest threats, which they obviously finished 1-2 in the real 2013 championship, so that would make sense. Martin Truex Jr., and I dropped the controller again. I did this last episode, but Martin Truex Jr. sets 3rd in points. Jimmy Johnson is in 4th. All of my wires are now tangled. And then Paul Menard sets 5th in points. Dennis Hamlin is 6th. Casey Mears is 7th. Greg Biffle in 8th spot. JPM 9th. Travis Pastrana is up in 10th position, up in the chase grid. Ryan Newman, Joey Logano, and don't forget about David Reagan setting 21st with his win. Potential chance at a wild card spot. And then last car championship, that's being led by Travis Kvapil. David Gilliland sets 2nd in that race for a championship. Now on to Talladega Super Speedway, 2nd plate race of the season. Let's get it.
We got to try and make sure the setup is exactly how you want it before qualifying. Get out on the track and see what you think.
I can tell you exactly what I want for both the race and qualifying. It's the preset race setup, but with maximum starting air pressure in all 4 tires and a crap ton more front grille tape.
The car's looking good. You just need to go out there and put in a good, solid performance.
And so you gotta love restrictor plate qualifying. So much precision in your input as to not scrub speed. You're gonna have to really wind this thing out on the opening lap. All right, so coming off of turn number 4 on the outlap, hitting 185. Getting this thing wound out just a little bit more. Gonna cross right over the tri-oval banking. 190 coming to the line. Logano currently on pole. Don't want to clip that apron. I'm going to drift the car below the line down the backstretch. Make this place as short as possible on the timed laps. All right, so there's the result of our first lap. 15th fastest, wow.
One more time, here we go.
For a super speedway. That is great. Practically got to hold your breath doing this. And here we come through the tri-oval. 4th fastest.
Our stock just went up right there.
Wow.
Now we're ready to go racing.
That was great for a super speedway qualifying run.
You're going to be right up in the front of the pack for this race. Let's go on and win this.
Yeah, I can't say that I was expecting that at all. I thought I was going to start down in the 30s. Joey Logano won the pole, obviously. Tony Stewart 2nd, then Biffle, myself. Jeff Burton, Jeff Gordon behind him, then Dennis, Edwards, Kenseth, and Trevor Bayne. Pretty tame top 10. Overall, Travis Pastrana down in 29th, and the last place qualifier is Josh Wise.
Just remember the basics and give me a good, solid drive.
Welcome to the world's fastest super speedway, Talladega, Alabama, and Fox Sports coverage of the Aaron's 499.
You know, Mike, everybody complains about restrictor plates on these cars at Daytona and Talladega. The cars may be restricted, but the racing isn't, Mike. It's going to be wild and crazy today. You better hang on to your helmet.
Well, Darrell, will we see pack racing or the 2-car tandem?
I think you'll see a combination of both, but I think the guys that can break out at the end, a 2-car tandem, that's what will win this race.
Talladega has a great history of thrilling action, and for some reason it tends to favor first-time winners. Wonder if we'll get one of those this afternoon.
I really enjoy the trophy of a guy holding a trophy with a guy on it, but not holding a trophy. All right, so here we go. Aaron's 499. Really missed that name.
Boogity, boogity, boogity. Come on, buddy, give me a shove. Let's go racing, boys and girls. It's going to be a long race today. Got plenty of racing to do.
The only change I made to the setup was I took just a little bit of grill tape off because I was worried about this car overheating in, a draft scenario. Daytona I ran with like 100% grill tape, and that's just because I knew I was going to be out front. But with this, I'm going with a little bit less grill tape just in case I need to be in the pack a little bit, which I'm going to be right now with some tandems. There's Kenseth on my inside. Go figure.
Okay, let's go find your next victim.
Yeah, Jeff Burton, don't like what he's doing.
On your bumper.
I'm going to separate Kenseth out.
R3 back. Awesome traffic, buddy. Great control.
And I want to lead lap 1.
Come on, let's get past him. At your door, up top.
There it is. And lap led.
Outside.
Casey Mears' fastest lap. Very nice. All right, so this is going to be some mad blocking, most likely.
Car inside.
Whoa! Closed that door real late on Dennis, didn't I?
Still inside.
Now getting a shove from Johnson. That was short-lived.
Car underneath.
MWR car is ganging up on me right here.
Stay up top, you're good.
Don't know
right
why Boyer separated, but that was a benefit to me.
there. Looking really good, buddy. That's it. Come around.
I'd side draft if that was a thing.
Your door on the bottom.
Mears still the fastest. Jermaine Power.
Go inside.
Yeah, I'm about to be in the center of a 4-wide scenario. I don't like it, but Montoya's going to the lead.
Stay up. 4 wide.
Yeah, there's Casey Mears. If I know who to go with, it's him.
3 wide. 3 wide. You're in the middle.
But instantly put him 4 wide. To the bottom.
3 wide. 2 outside. 1
There we go. Big run on Montoya. Don't know what happened to his momentum,
Business, man. Come on.
but we shuffled him right out.
Got a car behind.
Who's in the solid black car? Who's the phantom driver? Whoa! I closed the door a little late on Kyle Busch right there, but I made it happen.
Still right behind you.
All right, real quick, photo mode, please. Is this really happening? This is in the game. What's the fire suit? It's Marcos Ambrose showed up with a race car without any decals on it. I respect it. Anybody else like that? Oh, we got major glitches going on. Carl Edwards. What, was there some big wreck in practice? No one had their cars ready with even decals on them? This is a spotter's nightmare. You're sitting 2 miles away trying to spot for 4 or 5 identically prepared black race cars. They're all Fords. So yeah, there's 3 identical black race cars in this field. I don't know what's happening. The game decided to do that. We're going to have to roll with it.
Still behind you.
And I'm being passed on the inside.
Bottom. Car inside at your door.
This time I separate out the MWR cars at least. It's Travis and Boyer. Quite the dream team there.
Keep it steady.
I just kind of door slammed my way to the inside, but it worked.
Right
I'm going to push
clear.
Boyer. We're going to get going. Now, if you're really precise on your inputs, you can push in the corners. It's very doable. It's just hard to do. You see that temperature increasing very quickly. That's why I didn't want to put 100% tape on this race car, because I knew I'd be pushing somebody for some reason or another. Very, very slight inputs so that I don't dump Boyer in the center of the corner. But you see, we're kind of working a 2-car tandem deal. It's kind of working. And after 1 and 2 right here, I'm going to bail out of this tandem to cool the engine. But you see, we got an advantage that's actually pretty substantial. And right, once we get the engine up to 240, I'm going to bail right out.
There you go. Keep it low.
And there
Keep
goes
it low.
Clint.
Clear on the outside.
And that was what I would call a successful tandem draft at Talladega. Also did that to save a little bit of gas. Because, you know, riding right up on the draft as somebody does that. And we'll see how quickly Clint Bowyer gets absorbed by the pack. All right, he's become fully assimilated into the pack again. And they're going to quickly catch up to me. I'd like for this pack to get strung out like they did at Daytona. That's why I actually pushed Bowyer out to such an advantage, is I thought we could get cars to drop off of the draft.
Behind you.
You'll get this thing to single file out, get less and less cars in the draft. And I mean, we're kind of already doing it. Because if you look at the mini-map down there, a lot of cars have dropped off this lead group. Whoa.
On your bumper.
Aggressive mirror driving going on right here.
Still right behind you. You're doing great. Nice and steady.
Yep, that third line I'm not going to block.
Car outside. At your door.
I mean, you can block 3 lines
Car up high.
if you're really feeling aggressive,
Good low.
but you're not always going to get away with it. Now it's 4 lines. Yeah, that quickly escalated. I'm not really quite sure where Bobby Labonte wants to go. We're doing the snake thing down the backstretch again like it's an IndyCar race. I wonder if I should take the Eric Jones strategy of just, when I pit, I'm not going to take left side. But then again, filling this whole car full of fuel is going to take about as long as it's going to take to put 4 tires on, ain't it? So
30 to go.
I might as well just go for the full service.
Got car closing on your outside.
Whoa, I really closed the door on Stenhouse and one of the solid black cars back
Car right
there.
behind you. Still
Oh,
with
yeah.
you.
Taking him right to the yellow line. They really desperately want to pass me, don't they? Just look at how much we're bobbing and weaving.
On your bumper.
I'm hardly even looking forward. Oh, yeah, I just left the bottom open. And of course, Kansas, the master behind that run. Yeah, we're going to be inseparable, aren't we?
Car inside you. Okay, hunt him down. Car at your door. Down low. At your door.
You got to build that momentum back.
Stay high.
Here we go. Straight up the middle. Don't
Nice,
care.
easy. Just keep doing what you've been doing. 3 wide. 3 wide. You're in the middle.
Shove Brad right out there.
High.
JPM came out of nowhere to go to the bottom there.
One down low. Stay there. You're
Okay, Almirola just separated all of us.
high.
Hopefully we can get more cars shaken out of this pack. Okay, Montoya with another big run.
He's coming on the
Gonna take him up to
outside.
the wall. Gonna take him to the yellow line. Gonna take him back up to the wall. Got a big run from a Cheerios car.
Car closing
Big run on the inside.
Clear on the low side.
Big run up the 4 wide. Dale Jr. doing junior things at Talladega.
Car on your rear.
Imagine all of a sudden Robby Gordon becomes as good or better of a plate racer than Dale Earnhardt Jr. How disappointed
You're way out.
the fan base would all of a sudden be. I would love it.
Car right behind you. He's still on you.
And now sudden block to the bottom on Jeff Burton.
Car in line with you.
There is just cars coming from every single line. It's really quite amazing. Like I said in the Daytona race, imagine if the early Gen 6 cars did race like this on super speedways. It would have been nuts. I think more people would have liked it.
Tucked in behind you. Still right
There's
behind
Travis
you.
Pastrana,
Still with you.
my man, getting a push from Bobby
Right
Labonte.
behind you.
And he just backs off on the entry to 1. Very nice.
Car 1 back.
Now Bobby Labonte getting the big run up to 2nd. I made him think for a second there I was going to give him the outside. Dale Jr. up the middle.
Car outside, trying to get to your corner.
I just separated Jr. out of the line that he was in.
He's right on you.
Lots of close call blocks have gone down. But if you notice on the mini-map, look at how big of a gap this pack has got on the entire field. It's nuts.
Clean air. Keep digging.
I mean, nobody else can compete with us. It's like pack racing in the next-gen car.
Behind you.
My right hand's already starting to cramp from holding the throttle button down this hard. R2 in my case.
He's still on you.
I swear, when you're actually trying to hold a controller in a stiff position, it's actually harder than trying to sim race with a wheel precisely when you're doing it for long durations because of how awkward you have to hold your hands on a gamepad. Here comes McMurray up to the outside. Now down to the inside. Up to the outside again. Far outside. Dale Jr. on the bottom. Somebody up the middle. One of the Fastenal cars. I think that was Stenhouse, possibly. All right, Earnhardt Jr. still in second. He's doing the weeble wobble down the backstretch, but also destroyed both the inside and outside lines. There's both Earnhardt Ganassi cars up here, both McMurray and JPM, but they're separated. Montoya's going to take me all the way down to the bottom. I can sense that Earnhardt's going to take me all the way up to the top. And pretty soon, we'll be coming to the pits within the next 5 laps. Actually, rather within the next 4 laps. Big run out of McMurray that time.
Car in line with you.
Block him down low. Bring it back up. This time I'm just going to commit to the bottom because the outside lines weren't developed enough.
Still behind you.
Montoya getting kicked out of the pack. Yep. Whoa, boy, there it goes.
Clear right. Caution's out.
That was the block that was just one step too far into the Logano block territory. I got split, and Harvick actually went up a lot farther than I anticipated, but that's the caution that I think we needed. I didn't quite want to be the one who caused it, but I'm definitely pitting. Also, it becomes a bit of a game of test your might on the air pressures at this point, because I'm going to have to jack them all the way up to the highest starting air pressure because they don't go default to that. You have to do all this very, very quickly.
Okay, boys, here we go.
Okay, I think I might have screwed up some of them adjustments because I wanted more grill tape, but I think we did good enough. Obviously, I'm going to restart dead last, so now last to first challenge. Bobby Labonte, Regan Smith is your front row.
Nice job, boys. Great pit stop. Okay, go get
So yeah, that caution I caused came right at halfway, which is perfect.
He'll start the tail of the field.
All right, now the goal becomes don't lose the lead draft because we got to stay up in this. There we go. We get a good cheaty restart.
Go low, go
Already
low.
working our way past David Stremme,
Work for that money.
and now David Reagan.
Outside. High side. Doing an awesome job today, buddy.
And there's one of the solid black cars. 2 of them, actually.
Still up high.
There we go. Got to get in line right here
You got a drafting partner.
to try to stay in this draft. David Stremme going to try to push me up into it. All right, so here we go. We're officially in the draft. Going to try a slingshot my way past the 34
Car in front's
and
heavy.
the 95. We already got a car pitting. That was Labonte.
One up top. Keep it low. Keep it low. Right side.
All right, gotta tag my way onto this draft right here. Work with everyone that I can, up to 200 miles an hour already.
That's some great drafting right there, man.
4 wide for almost last.
Side. 4 wide.
I'm willing to put it in there.
Keep high, keep high. Clear on the inside. Car outside you. Clear right side.
All right, here we go.
You got this.
Jumping up to the
Smart, man.
outside, gonna push this 35 car up to the lead draft, hopefully without melting the engine. Whoa, big checkup. Don't know what that was from.
Buddy. Car in front's heading to the pit.
I guess we got folks pitting.
3 wide, too high. High side's clear.
You know, and that's probably what caused
One
that.
behind you.
And I just realized we might be 1 lap short on gas. That's gonna be concerning.
Still with you. Okay, let's go. We gotta step it up.
Danica pushing
Don't
me.
worry, man. He's just trying to bump draft with you.
That's a bit of a concern.
Car tucked in behind you. Car 1 back.
Yep,
Still
pitting.
behind you.
I tried to go down there and just slam bump draft him, but he was pitting.
Car down low.
Whoa, whoa,
Hold there.
whoa,
Clear left.
whoa.
1 outside.
That got really concerning really fast.
Move down low. There's your next victim right there. Right's all clear, bud. Car right behind you. Got a car behind. Car out.
All right, here we go. Possibly going to catch up to a car that we can draft with.
Still down low. Stay high. Nobody's going to make it easy for us today, buddy. 1 on the bottom. Come on, man. Hold right there if you want to draft. Car inside. 3 wide. 2 inside. Clear down low.
All right, got to be able to work with Juan here for a second. Oh,
You're doing it right there, man. Nice and smooth.
I don't think I did that right.
Caution's out.
Oh, geez, Montoya. There he goes. That was way worse than that should have been. See, that's what happens when you get too aggressive with the push, but then... My God. He stuck the landing. That was amazing.
Is it clear?
Is it clear?
Cruise on the wall.
Yeah, I'm going to pit and deck this race car out with everything it needs to go win. It looks like Juan's fine. He's just right here with us. Yeah, no problems. All right, here we go. Final adjustments.
We're ready for you, buddy.
Max grill tape. We're going to go just straight forward as fast as possible. I'm sure a lot of folks are going with 2-tire strategies. Holographic Joey Logano right there. But you know, all these sorts of strategies. We're throwing 4 tires on this thing, and we are going full send if we can stay in the draft. Eric Almirola, Kevin Harvick is your front row. Travis Kvapil, NASCAR championship leader. He's up here. Travis Pastrana is up there behind him. And I am going to restart not last. 37th.
Great stop, guys.
That's good news to me.
It's all you now, buddy.
I don't know how Montoya didn't get booted to the back. It's cool that he wasn't after surviving the incident that he had. All right, here we go. Full send out to the checkers. I'm up in the draft to begin with.
Just be smooth, calm, and 4. Car high. Looks like he's going to tuck in and draft behind you.
Here we go. We got a pusher.
Car up top.
Josh Wise, and then he backs out the last second.
Clear right side. Car on your rear.
Here we go. Up in the draft of David Stremme.
Very impressive. Stay up.
We got to go full send through the pack.
1
and leave that group that appears to have already lost the draft behind. It's very easy to lose the draft in this game, though. It actually, like I said earlier, looks like next-gen superspeedway racing. See, like, look, I might have already lost the draft. Not quite. Going to be able to tuck in behind Newman, and he's going to barely keep me in the lead pack. There we go. See, we've left everyone else behind, as you can tell. So we are the last car in the lead draft, and hopefully not last for long. Car in front's head to the pit. Which one?
Stay low.
I've only got 30 cars up in front of me going 4 wide. Please tell me which one's actually going to be slowing up immediately.
Keep it right there, buddy.
Apparently none of them.
Clear. 3 wide, 2 high. Doing great, man.
5 wide, whatever.
At your door, up top. Stay down.
A lot of off-throttle time up in this pack. Big old checkups.
Nice drafting. We can do this.
Gotta make sure I don't overheat this car running in a pack like this, though. That's the only real big concern for me. I just weaseled my way in there.
Car approaching high. Coming on the high side. 3 wide. 3 wide. You're in the middle. Car in front's heading to the pit.
Man, that was close. Whoever just pitted,
3 wide.
we almost
2 outside.
destroyed.
Car outside. At your door. Outside. Stay on the bottom. Put it on the high side.
Jeff Burton, get in there.
1 up top.
Never mind, I'm going 4 and 5 wide.
Man, nice and smooth. Nice and smooth.
Here we go, that's a big run. Matt Kenseth.
3 wide. 2 outside. Good job. Really good. Come on, man.
I had to get on the brakes there. We slowed up so much.
You're good low. Car outside you. Car outside. At your door.
I don't trust anyone who's on the inside. You saw behind us, Danica pitted. I keep thinking the cars running the bottom are just going to instantly check up and kill the whole field.
4 wide.
That was a massive save out of Kenseth.
Stay down.
Man, Matt's going forward. And I like where he's going.
High side.
Well, I can't stay with him forever.
Good drafting, buddy, right there. Nice and smooth. You're doing it today. Nice pass.
All right, now up to the back bumper of David Gilliland.
Keep it low. 1 outside.
Screw it, we're going to the lead. The run's big enough.
9 to go.
We're getting there.
Car high.
To the point. And with maximum grill tape, which means the most straightaway speed. And we have no traffic in front of us to melt the engine, which is perfect.
Car in line with you.
That just means I have to not wreck while blocking again. There's an old slow car. Bobby Labonte. Yeah, he just ruined the pack. Very good job. Here comes Dale Jr. up to second. Man, we are leaving the pack because of Bobby Labonte. Joe Nemechek. Of all people for me to find late in the race. Thank God we didn't have to run into each other this time. Come on, Joe, block the field for me. I'm going to need it. After what we've been through last week, if you block the field for me, all that feeling of hatred goes right in the garbage. He's doing it.
Still right behind you.
He is doing it. He's just gained all my respect back and more. He didn't really have the horse to do it for very long, but he did it. Joe Nemechek blocking the field at Talladega. I like it. Here comes Dale Jr. with a hilarious run. Gonna draft off Danica for a second. There we go.
We're in line with you.
Give myself enough of a slingshot right there. Marcus Ambrose in his unfinished backup car, up to second. We're about to lap Travis Pastrana. That's a bit unfortunate as he's battling for a chase spot,
6 to go.
but he gets to block the field for me.
Okay.
I don't know where Mark
behind you.
Martin's going, but it's not where I want to be. There's Bobby Labonte. As a lap car, mind you. I'm still going to block him. Dave Blaney is currently in second. Now back to Harvick, but still, that was cool for a second.
Still with you.
All right, now down to just 5 laps to go. I really have no idea how many cars have to pit. I know I don't, but a lot of people are pitting.
Back.
Dave Blaney back up to second. He's going to have a big run, a cartoonish level run.
Here, he's coming up fast. Got one working the top.
Somebody just doored somebody,
Clear left side.
and Dave Blaney backs off big time down to turn 3, which is good for us. Hopefully that whole part of the pack can lose the draft. Trying to shake cars loose of the pack. Truex, I don't know where you're going,
Car 2 back.
but once again, it's way too high.
Car 3 back.
There's the lap car of Danica that I shall be giving substantial drafting help to.
On your bumper.
We have actually started to shake more cars out of this draft. We're not going to have a very big pack left at the finish, but Marcos Ambrose in his unfinished car once again back up to second. I really hope he can actually pull through and at least get second, because
Behind you.
that will make for quite the story. Wonder how them spotters are doing by now. I'm sure ungodly confused.
On your bumper.
Really having to zigzag down the back stretch for Jeff
We're in
Burton
line
there.
with you.
And now he's going way wide, which I once again disagree with. Marcos going to take back second,
Right behind you.
as we're still shaking more and more cars out of this lead draft.
Car right behind you.
Going up towards the wall,
We're in line with you. 2 to go.
and I'm assuming down towards the yellow line. Yep. And Marcos just dropped off of my draft, as have a lot of people. And now him and Jeff Burton in a big scrap for second. Am I gapping them? Is this Daytona all over again, where the pack can't catch up to me? I think Jeff Burton's got his crap together. He might be able to mount a charge. Yeah, he's gaining back. All right, last lap at Talladega.
Car 3 back. Come on, Victor Lane. This is it. Let's go.
Jeff Burton might just be my only challenger. He's got to run, though.
Go draft behind you.
He's going to work with me. Jeff, are you stupid? This is not the time to try and do tandem stuff. This is the last lap.
Car tucked in behind you.
Well, guess he didn't want to win.
Behind you. Clear all around.
Decided to help instead of actually pass. I don't know what I did to impress him, but he wants to help. Anyway, I didn't set the fastest lap this time, but another win.
There you go. Yes, yes.
And I also managed to at least wreck myself
Awesome,
once.
buddy. Pure
Maybe not as many
determination.
times as usual, but we got one of them in. That Montoya flip, though, was spectacular. There we go. It's another win. Because the restrictor plate
They're loading
can't
you
quite get the
now,
tires
man.
to spin as easy. There we go. Aaron's 499 victory. And there is the completion of the full Polish victory lap. We've done it. I didn't wreck, and I didn't screw it up this time. I'm also going extremely fast.
You're the man.
That still wasn't good enough.
They're loving you for that one, man.
Yep.
Way to go.
There we go. Finally did it. And I'm going to burn down the flag stand, literally. That is once again the face of a winner. I also like the crew member wearing the Matrix sunglasses.
Number one. That was a great drive and an awesome performance.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. Another win. We got some really choice finishers up here because, you know, the nature of plate racing. But obviously, this is going to be big for us in the points because I don't see Matt Kenseth in this whole top 10 sheet. Jeff Burton finished in second, decided to help us instead of actually try and go win the race. Dave Blaney in third position, good run for him. And Tommy Baldwin Racing always used to be good at plate racing back in this era. MTJ in fourth, he's having a really consistent early part of the season. Marcos in fifth, again, that's 2 top 5s in a row. But this time, done with his completely blank backup car. That's what we're going to keep calling it in canon. Mark Martin in 6th position, Kurt Busch 7th, Dale Jr. in 8th, Scott Speed in 9th, and Clint Boyer rounds out your top 10. Matt Kenseth all the way down in 17th position. David Gilliland up in 12th spot. That's a good story there. David Reagan 22nd, the actual winner of this race. Danica all the way down in 29th, Travis in 30th. Fastest lap was set by Casey Mears, but he finished all the way down in 36th. KFB 40th. Actually, look at all the drivers from 31st to 40th. We got names here like Jeff Gordon, Kevin Harvick, Tony Stewart, Casey Kane, Dennis Hamlin, Carl Edwards, Kyle Busch. Those are all chasers. Drivers worthy of being in the chase, at least. Then, last place, Bobby Labonte. Had a great car, just, I guess, either got trapped on pit road or pitted too many times, something along the lines of that. And Travis Kvapil, even though he's run up front at one point in the race, still going after that last car championship. Well, that's win number 9 out of 10. 90% win average. Matt Kenseth, we already put almost a 100-point advantage above him after he scored a 17th place finish at Talladega. Martin Truex Jr. still sets third in points, but look at Paul Menard up to 4th in the point standings. Greg Biffle now sets 5th. Jimmy Johnson drops down to 6th. JPM actually picked up spots. Hard to believe after he flew across the racetrack and down into the near infield, but he actually picked up spots in the chase grid up to 7th now. Ryan Newman picked up 3 positions up to 8th position, and Logano moves up to 9th. Dennis Hamlin drops all the way down to 10th. Casey Mears had a tough go. He's all the way down to 11th. And Travis Pastrana hanging on with names like Dale Jr. and Jeff Gordon on the outside looking in. Kyle Busch drops all the way down to 18th position with his 40th place finish. But David Reagan moves up to 19th. Still a great contender for that wild card position. And from there, last car, still Travis Kvapil. But Joe Nemechek moves up to 2nd in that race for the last car championship. I've gained my respect back for Joe Nemechek after he destroyed the field by blocking second place car Dale Jr. That was genuinely awesome. And I can definitely say that my goals for this season are different now. It's not just about winning the championship. I now have to best Richard Petty's win record of 27 victories in a season. Difference is, I don't get the luxury of doing it in 48 or so races like he did. I got to do it in 36. But I'm already up to 9 wins in 10. So the ratio is pretty good. Anyway, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I've got a Patreon set up as well. Hopefully you've been enjoying this NASCAR The Game content. Finally into doing it regularly like I was years ago now, 2 years ago, doing the NASCAR Heat 5 stuff. More NASCAR The Game 2013 stuff coming soon, and whatever else I think of in between.